Hi guys, so this is a simple tutorial on how to roast vegetables. So roasting vegetables is something everybody that wants to eat plant-based needs to know, and it is super fast, super efficient, and it just makes your vegetables taste so much sweeter and you will love it. So here's one tip. So let's just start with the basic tools. You need a pan. My pan is pretty old and it's just a 9x13 cookie sheet or cooking sheet. I'm not sure. I don't really make cookies very often, but I use it all the time for vegetables. So a big sheet, have multiple of them because you're gonna want to utilize your time and make extra when you do this so that you have food ready to go. Because why not? The oven's on anyways. Then next you'll notice this is a Silpat Liner, which just makes it easier to clean your pan, stuff doesn't stick to it, and it has the circles because again, most people are using them for cookies, but I am using them for my vegetables. The next thing that you want to think about is what are you going to put on this pan together. So you want to cook vegetables that have similar cooking times, and what really goes into that is how much water content is in them and the density of the vegetables. So cauliflower and broccoli are both cruciferous vegetables and they're about the same density, about the same water content, and they will cook in about the same time frame. Cauliflower actually cooks really fast, and so this is broccoli that I bought. It's organic. It was already chopped into florets, which is another tip because then you don't have to chop it and cut it up and get little green seedy things all over your counter and floor because who has the time? So that's a hack. Buy prepped vegetables if you can, and these are from Costco. And then this was a full head of cauliflower, which really doesn't make that much, but my favorite way to do it is to wash it, rinse it, cut the stem off, and then slice it in diagonal or just from the top down into wedges. And to eat it just like that, it cooks really, really nicely and caramelizes. So even though these aren't chopped into florets, it will still cook very similar to the broccoli, so they are a match. And then all you want to do is get a good form of oil, and I'm going to use avocado oil, and I like these sprays. This one is non-GMO. It's again from Costco. I buy it in a 2-pack, but I love these because they just spritz and spray. You just want to make sure you're not buying something like Pam. That should not exist, but something like this. No chemicals, no propellants, no preservatives. Hello, the ingredient just as avocado oil as it should be. Okay, so something like this, or buy yourself a mister. And as always, my tips are use avocado, olive oil, or coconut oil, although coconut oil has a very distinct flavor, so I don't use that very much, but go for it if you really like that. Okay, and then you spritz it over the top, some kind of real salt, Himalayan salt, Celtic salt, something with minerals in it. Don't use iodized salt or table salt. That has sugar in it and it actually does not help you with minerals at all. Then I like to buy organic garlic powder or garlic salt. So you can just sprinkle something like garlic salt over the top. This is just a generic brand, and just let it kind of mist over the top. And you could do any dried herbs, but if you're in a hurry, which is the kind of the point of this lesson, that's all you need to do to make these taste amazing. And the oven is preheating at 400, okay? So that's really it. Once it's heated, you pop it in. I typically don't stir them a lot. I might once or turn the pan, and you just want to watch them until they get lightly browned. These cauliflower I might switch or flip one time, and within 15 minutes they will be completely done. You can chill them, cool them, and then eat them later or eat them all at once. Now, if I'm going to cook zucchini, this is one way to do it. So zucchini actually has a lot of water content to it, and if you cut them too thinly, they will mush up, smush up, and shrink in the oven, and they'll be hard to get off the pan. So this is a nice way to do it because they're big enough that they're sturdy enough to withstand the heat. And you can season them just like we did the broccoli and cauliflower. Spray them with a little oil, salt, garlic, oregano works well, parsley, those type of herbs, and then put them on another pan at the same time. So these will probably take longer than the cauliflower and broccoli, even though you might think they're less dense, but it is because of the water. So the water has to like steam itself out basically so that they can brown. These have been in 15 minutes, so you can see they're getting brown. The broccoli is getting a little browned, and cauliflower still has a little bit of ways to go. I'm gonna flip the cauliflower, shake up the broccoli, and then turn the pan. I'll just do that now. Turn the pan like this, just to get some of the other side further back in the heat. And then here's the zucchini that I just seasoned the same way. And what I'm gonna do is move these up because heat rises to the top rack just until this tray is done. When this tray is done, I'll take it out, and then I'll move the zucchini to the middle. I hope this was helpful, you guys. So this is one basic cooking method or formula that I use day after day after day. And these vegetables are also some of my go-tos. They're on what I consider my always list, and they're foods that I repeat on purpose because foods are medicine, and they're really, really powerful ones. They're easy to access, and you can do a lot of things with them in plant-based cooking. So you can see how the cauliflower turned out. The broccoli has a little bit of browning on the top, and then on the tray you'll see 2 little zucchinis, and then the rest of it's yellow squash, but they cook the exact same, and typically you'll see them sold together. And here's a little bonus tip. I buy my zucchini and yellow squash from Costco. They have a combo bag that's a really good price for organic. So this picture on the tray is actually how they look, just perfect. So I have my Silpat Liner. You can see a little bit of the salt there, and they're just perfectly browned, and they're so delicious. So make sure you practice the roasting method if you aren't familiar, or if you've not used any of these vegetables in your roasting pans, because next week we are kicking off a 5-day plant-based cooking challenge, and we're specifically focusing on dinner time because I know that's usually the busiest time of day for everybody. So you're going to want to stay tuned this week. Make sure you like the video, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know what you're doing with the foods. Tell me something about yourself. So like the video, leave me a comment, make sure you're subscribed, and that you click the bell icon so that you get notified, because each day this week I'm going to be releasing the simple cooking methods so that we can then use all of them together next week when we jump into the cooking challenge. So we're gonna make dinner easy. I'm gonna give you a ton of ideas and tips and tricks to kind of hacking dinner and making sure that you're creating and building beautiful meals that are full of nutrient-rich, on purpose foods that help you create health effortlessly, and they taste so good too. Okay, so I'll talk to you so soon. Bye.